Whose TikTok face is up on my screen? You guys all see that, or is it just me?
It's you, Christina.
Mute your mic.
No, it's not.
Mute your mic.
I'm not on TikTok.
I saw.
Preservation capital is more important than making money. If you want to lock in your trade, you also want to protect the downside at the same time.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's live futures and education training program. This is an outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com, which was founded by, is owned by, is controlled by, is incorporated by Chad Christian, whom we affectionately call Coach. Why do we call him Coach? Because he helps us navigate through everything, all the muddy waters of investing, such as day trading, swing trading, long-term investing, income investing, covered calls, cash secured puts, you name it. We cover through stock options, crypto, and here, my personal favorite, futures. Glad you could be with us today. I am Mark McSee. I'm one of the 20 moderators here at AmericanDreamTrading.com, and we're glad you could be with us. If this is your first time being with us, I'd ask that you click the subscribe button. Also, make sure you like and share the feed also. For those of you on TikTok, I do have my iPad pointed at my screen right now. Hopefully in the next day or two, I'll have this iPad back up and running the way it should be. Wasn't happy with the other setup, so I brought it back down, still working on it. Got a little busy trading today. Didn't get the chance to tweak the things I needed to tweak to make it properly work the way we want it to. So hopefully late tonight, if I get a chance, I might work on it. If not, I'll have to do it 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. So odds are that'll probably be 3 o'clock tomorrow morning because I got stuff to do after this live broadcast. So anyhow, we're glad you could be here. We talk about everything about futures here and trading in general with the emphasis on the futures market. We had a very good day today at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Our members had account-changing days today. The market did very well, up and down and all around. A lot of the movement today was basically driven by news releases, economic news releases, economic report releases. Had a couple people get on TV and then publicly across the nation and ran their pie hole, which had influence over the markets also, and they reacted accordingly. Didn't have anything really to do with the technicals. It was more of a news event type day today, which is fine because every one of them we knew were coming because they were a scheduled event. Now, we didn't know what was going to happen, but we are prepared for it because here at American Dream Trading, all of our members know this information ahead of time, right? So, and we are trained on how to handle news also. But we actually know exactly what time these news events will happen here at American Dream Trading. We have access to that information. It is publicly accessible if you know where to look, right? So glad you could be with us. We'll take a look around. What you see on my screen is my trading view. It's a charting software, one of the most widely used around the world. Adjust the screen here a little bit for the TikTokers. If you do want the full screen view, you can head over to our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. There you'll be able to see all the videos live, and you also have the better audio, because right now you are just looking at my iPad pointed at my screen at the moment. So that's the view you got, and it'll have to do for today. And let me adjust this a little bit more there. Come out here, trying to get a... Unfortunately, the view on my iPad is not the same as what actually appears on the screen, so you got to kind of make adjustments accordingly. Anywho, see what happens. That's a little bit too big. All right, I'll try that. All right, so yes, this is TradingView. It's a charting software. However, I can link my broker, which happens to be Webull, with it, and I like it. I trade through it. I did today. I did very well today. I started trading gold at about 5 o'clock this morning and finished up, I don't know, how long did I trade today? I traded till probably 12:30, 1 o'clock anyway, I think, somewhere in that neighborhood. I was out, and then they pulled me back in. So, you know, the market wants to keep giving us money. We'll continue to take it, right? There's no reason not to. It's what it's there for, you know. So just
when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Yes, they did. Anyway, so I got out a couple times. As a matter of fact, I even told the other members, I'm done. I shared my P&L with them, and I said, that's it, I'm done. And about 5 minutes later, the market decided it wanted to move a whole bunch more, and I just had to take it, you know. Especially when it's easy money, when you can see the momentum and you can see where the orders are laying out in the L2. It was fairly easy money as far as trading goes. As you can see here on gold, let me look here, show you the gold. I started about right here, I got a mark on it. I guess it was around 518 or so. I got a marker there that I started trading. I rode gold all the way up to my gold level. Now, I've had this gold level on my chart a long time, just 34.24 even. I've had that up there a long time on my chart, so I learned to respect it. If I make it my charts as a gold level, I know when it gets there, expect something to happen, and it did. Come up here and retraced, come up and touched it. I actually got out of the trade right here because I kind of expected. So I locked in my money on that trade right there. That was a quite a nice little run. It was a nice, easy run. I just let the runners run. That was about a 200 tick movement there this morning. And then I was out for a while. And then I think I got back in somewhere here over here. Whatever. I wrote it down. I did ride gold up. Got it on a downward movement on news. We were sitting there waiting on the news at 8:30. The news happened. The news pulled big time, brought the market down, right? And then, of course, at the open, they kind of had like a knee-jerk reaction. So we was able to catch this down pull here. A lot of our members were ready for it. We know the news is coming at 8:30. So I jumped on that. And then at the market open, and that was it. I kind of wrote it down to here. I have this hot pink level that I drew the other day for you guys while we were live. I just never erased it, but that is a level. I just never erased it. So I wrote it down to, I think I actually wrote it down to this line. I got out before it actually got to this bottom level. And then I didn't do anything with it for a while, and it shot up at the open. And I don't know if did I write it at the open? I can't remember. Well, anyway. So I played it all the rest of the day up till about 12:30, 1 o'clock. But I was able to catch this run all the way down through here. I was in and out of the trade here. And that there alone, well, more than doubled my money from my day. That's about a 330 tick drop. It came down to a critical level that I have marked on my chart here. That line has also been there as a strong it was marked as a resistance whenever the gold was down below it. So now it's support, right? So it came down, bounced right off that. So charting pays on critical levels. You need to have good charting skills. And look how they just respected that. Come right down. I got out of it for a while. I said I was done, and I made a liar out of myself, and I got back in it. and then I jumped back into the upside, I think, for a little bit. And then I said, that's it, I'm done. And I was done for good. I had stuff I was trying to get done to getting this laptop set up. But, you know, when the market wants to give you money, you know, screw the laptop. I'll fix it later, right? So, yes, I had a very good day today. So, as did a lot of our members, right? So, that was on gold. I also traded platinum today. I had a couple runs on that before the market opened. I think I did this week here, went up to, yeah, I did, because I said it hit the 52-week high. Came up here, I got out at the top here whenever it wouldn't break through the high. I thought it was going to there for a minute, but the orders looked like it was. They had actually sell orders above here. However, if they other people start throwing orders in to pull it back down and take their profits and get out. And I did write it down once it broke and held beneath the 9. And I think I wrote it down, this part of it, I think is what I did. Yeah, because that was at market open. So I wrote part of this up and then part of that down. And I believe I think I did jump in this once later. I can't remember for sure if I wrote it down or up, but gold had kind of got flat there for a little bit, but platinum was going down. I actually took my eyes off it, and one of the other members had said something, and so I looked back at the chart, and it was a good trade at that time, so I jumped back in and ran it. Another one that did very well today, oil had some nice climb. We're still fighting 63.90. If you don't have that on your chart, it should be. That's 63.90. It did briefly break through it. It's a very strong level. It doesn't want to break through for whatever reason. The buyers just will not pay more than that. It did briefly break through, but it did not break and hold above, right? And it ended up pulling back. It did retest it here a couple times, but it still hasn't. Now it fell after that. So it teased a little bit like it wanted to break through today. Some of our members were in that before the regular market opened, and then some of them ran it on the downside. We also had the S&P 500. Really nice runs on that today. I didn't personally play any of it, but look at this beautiful plays. You had a nice play. The downside at the open, yes, it's a little choppy, but, you know, thank you, Bucko, for those gifts. The flowers. Oh, isn't that so sweet? Bucko's giving me flowers. Thank you, Bucko. Gave me 6 flowers. So, yes, nice downturn up. Nice run back up. Again, we were waiting on that 6,000 mark. A lot of our members got in on that, too. It finally did break, and we thought it was going to go up higher. I remember looking at it at the time. There was orders at the 6,005 mark. I see it. I didn't play it. I went back to whatever gold. And it did actually go up to 607, which I had another line there. I got 607 and a quarter. You can see how accurate that line was. I didn't draw that today. That's been there for a while. So I don't know why that's there, but it is there. And again, it bounced off that. Nice, another run down, another nice run up, another general run to the downside. So hopefully our members were in on that. So this is a very good play all the way across. That's an account-changing day there, folks. That is a lot of money. You know, this here is a 154 tick drop there in this morning. Could have went short on that. 154, and it pays $12.50 for each tick. That's a $1,900 gain on one contract right there. $1,900 just on one contract. Imagine if you had 10 of them, right? And this one here was 180 up, right? So 180 up times $12.50 is what it pays per tick. There's $2,200 plus the $1,900, right? And then you could have stayed in that and just stayed in this one all day. You could have waited and played to the downside again. There's another 135 ticks there. It's times $12.50. So now you got, let's just say, call it 1,600, 1,700. We'll call it 16. Plus, what did I say? 2,200, the other one, plus, I don't even remember what the other one said, 1,600, I think. You know, there's over 5 grand just right there. Just one contract up, one contract down, down, up, down, right? And then you have the same thing here. So imagine if you had 10 contracts of that, how much that would have added up just between this one, and that one. I didn't even count these two over here, right? If you had 10 of them, that would have been $54,000, 10 contracts. Very good, right? So there's lots of money to be made. We don't care whether it goes up. We don't care whether the market goes down. We don't care if the market goes sideways. Coach teaches us how to make money any way that we do it, any way that the markets do. So beautiful plays there. NQ would have been similar. You can see the nice little rises here, rise and falls there. Same thing, a little bit choppier because it's a little bit more volatile, but kind of the same movements. I didn't look at the Russell do today, and I know it had a nice smooth drop there for a while. And look at that nice steady. Oh, that's just easy money right there. Look at that. Got in above the break, above VWAP at 200, and rode that puppy all the way up and played it all the way down and back up again. That's just beautiful. That's a beautiful trade there. Look at that. Money, that don't get any easier than that, folks. Now, when I say easier, it's easier for us at American Dream Trading because coaches trained us on how to do this stuff, right? What does this look like, right? We call that cups, right? Cup and handles on there. This one's upside down. There's an upside down one, and there's an upside one. Forms like a cup, and then it breaks into a handle, and it kind of gives you parlays into what it might want to do. So very good trades there. You know, gold's kind of rough now. Again, it's that time of the day, right? 2 o'clock. Same thing with platinum, and the same thing with all that. I didn't... one of our members, well, we have a couple of our members actually, they're big on currencies. I love the currencies too. I wasn't in them at all today, but they generally reflect a market. But when the market was going up, this should go down. When the market goes down, this should go up. But for whatever reason, Ralph, did we ever figure out what reason was for the euro keeping going down? Was there news over in Europe today?
I know that Europe had a bunch of news events today, so that could have been a lot to do with it. Then they had like a press conference going on, and they was later in the day as opposed to in the night, so there could have been a lot to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard you talking about it. I was concentrating on my trade at the time. I half heard what you guys were saying, and I didn't catch it all. So, and it is unusual. These usually are the inverse of the major markets, and this one just kept pulling down. So that was kind of a different. Same way with gold. Gold's kind of separated away from the indices as far as when there's fear in the markets and the markets pull, gold goes up, and the inverse is also true. This last week or so, it's kind of done its own thing. It's even gone up when the markets go up. So today was more reflective of the markets with gold. Markets went up, golds went down, vice versa. So you can see it's getting that little same movement. But yeah, I couldn't help but make money in gold today. It was very exciting for me. I increased my position sizes today. I went a lot larger on my amount of contracts that I do. I've dabbled in it a little bit, but today, other than the pre-market hours when things were expensive, I was only doing 5 contracts. But I was doing substantially larger than that once 9 o'clock hit, because that's when the margin requirements reduced greatly. So I was able to do that. So, all right. What other? Let's see. We got questions. What do we got for questions? See, Nick's over there on YouTube. Well, Nick, you know how to get that Discord? It is absolutely free. All you got to do is go over to AmericanTrading.com. Scroll down there about halfway down our landing page on our website, and you will see the free Discord there, and it is absolutely free. That will get you into Stock Lounge, and you can talk and ask questions in there too. So, plus all the other benefits, members. There's some training videos in there. There's some discount channels. You can make out tickets, do all that. So head on over there to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Get that free Discord to get you immediate access to our Stock Lounge, where you can communicate with other members inside American Dream Trading. And there's only 2 ways that we will ever contact you or just talk to you if you want to. It's not talk, but type talk to you. Then one way is through our Discord within our stock channels. And the other way is by being a paid member and through our live Zoom calls where you can open up a mic and ask questions anytime, or you can type it into Zoom chat here also. All right. Okay. Need to get to Discord. Yeah, might as well grab the memberships too. By the way, the glitch, the diamond membership glitch has not been fixed yet. As far as I know at this minute, it's still $5,000. That's our all-inclusive membership that includes everything. I don't know what you're waiting on. You better grab that because I am quite frankly surprised it's still there. I don't know what the issue is with it, but they haven't resolved that yet. I just heard a hand go up. Doug, what's up?
Hey, Nick's got a question about how to get the value of the trade off of his screen in Weeble. Do you have a second to pull up Weeble?
Yeah, I do. What do you want to know?
He wants to get the value, so he's not trading his P&L.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me slide this over.
Hang tight, Nick. We'll show you how to do it.
You go up here to the upper right-hand corner. Okay, I'll put this upper bar. If you right-click, it'll say, well, you got to get in the right spot here.
You can just go to your chart and right-click.
Yeah, top bar settings right here. So if you get over here, especially where it has your, where it says your individual account, and of course mine says futures here, but you go to the top bar settings and you can uncheck all these things and hide all that, right? And it'll hide all your P&L and everything up there, so you can't see it. The other thing is to get rid of any, paper account. This is a paper account, of course, your real account. Take that off there. You don't need that on there, right? Get rid of all that. This will hide it from showing up here, because you can see it doesn't have anything here, right? To take that off. If you're trading, now again, I show you guys this stuff because I'm showing you live. Same way here on your trading widgets, there's options there that you can take things off on your turbo trading settings, which I can't do that on here. This is paper trading anyway. But there's different places throughout here you can do that. But right clicking up here on the top will remove it hides it up here on your toolbar so you can't see it. Get rid of your paper trading account, and I would keep your positions. Just don't look at them because you may need to, get in here and get out of a trade. So you want to keep that for an emergency, right?
So there's another way that I do it as well that allows you to exit out of your trade right at your position. So if you right click on your chart in an open spot,
yep,
go to chart settings,
yep,
and then go to trade.
Mm-hmm.
And that first option there, display mode of cost basis and orders, if you change that to compact,
mm-hmm.
it will now remove your cost basis and thusly your position, whether you're making money or losing money, from the screen, so that you're not actually seeing it on the actual chart as well.
Mm-hmm.
The other benefit to that is you can now exit the trade right from your buy or sell position with that little arrow coming out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
So it acts just like TradingView in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So go to classic and change that to compact up at the top there, and
Yep.
you're good to go.
Yep. Display mode of trading records. Change that too.
And that only works, and you're in paper mode.
Yeah,
That
I'm in
only
paper
works.
mode, so it's not my real account mode.
Well, and it's also not showing you the option. So you can only do that on the live side, the custom side.
Yeah. See, I have paper. You go over here, switch to your live account, either under custom or however you do. You should build everything under custom. That way you have it there.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to show you that part. I'm not going to expose my account information.
Nobody needs to see that.
Yeah, I'm not going to expose that amount. So yeah, that's how you do it. There's multiple ways to do the same thing in Weeble. Bottom left hand corners, that gear widget has a lot of those same things in there. Your settings is down there, or you can right click on your charts. Do that. They're pretty easy to use once you learn where everything's hidden at. So, right. So Nick was heading, or not Nick, Nick was heading over to AmericanDreamTrading.com and grabbing that free Discord today. So thank you for doing that, Nick. make sure you go in there. Once you get in, make sure you verify your account. You'll get an email on there to verify your account. Just follow the instructions. And when you get in there, go into Stock Lounge and say, hello, I came from the future. I know you're in the other broadcast too, but tell them you came from the future. That way they know where you came from. How's that? All right. So there was a walkthrough we did on the different things here. And what else we were looking at? We were going to look at, by the way, if you haven't looked at agriculture, I didn't play any agriculture today, but I remember looking up at our chart, and man, was things taking off. Piggies really had a nice climb on it. There's a lot of money there. This pays bigly. this really pays big money. Now, it's volatile. You have to be able to stomach the volatility in some of these agricultural products. But, you know, if you look at even if you looked at a 5-minute chart, you know, look how it just thing just climbed and climbed and climbed. But it goes up and down. So if you can trust your indicators and ride it up, you just have to be able to stomach some of that volatility in there. Then you have live cattle. It had a nice little climb today too. And the other day it wasn't so great, but look at it today, live cattle. And then we also have soybean oil, which is one of probably my favorite agricultural product. It had a real climb at the beginning. It shot up, back, sold off, and then a really nice climb. Usually it does it in the first part of the day. So right up, this was up till about 10:40. So right around that 10:15 mark, it climbed up and then pulled down. So soybean oil, it usually has some nice smooth ups and downs to it. It has its moments of volatility, and then we have corn futures, which is ZC. I looked up at that earlier, and it had a nice steady climb up, right? It sold off at the beginning. Yesterday it shot. I think yesterday it went to the moon, didn't it? I think it really shot up yesterday, if I remember right. Yeah. No, that's yeah, right here was the climb up yesterday. It had a nice climb up. So there was some profit taking, it looks like there, right? Especially at the open. And it's since leveled out and back in that channel. Of course, these markets are closed now. They close at 215 or 220 or 205, depending on which one it is. The dollar is still basically 0.04% down. So anyhow, there's the Australian dollar was kind of really choppy today, which is kind of unusual. And then the euro was the same. The yen, for those of you who trade the yen, so they all pretty much look the same. The euro, again, had its own thing, and there's the New Zealand dollar also. Very nice up, very nice down. A lot of money could have made there too. So, but oil did well, pretty much so at the upside. Natural gas had their reserve numbers come out, and that was at, what time was that? 10:30, right? Yeah, 10:30. I know we had one of our members react. Oh, look at the draw. Oh, right there it is. So here's how a news event. Here's natural gas. The natural gas numbers came out at 10:30, right? So I'll show you what that looks like here. It's built into Webull, as a matter of fact. At 10:30 this morning, we actually had an increase in natural gas supplies. It was expected to be 111, and it came in at 122. So it was actually, we had more on hand. So when you have too much of something, what does that do to the price, right? When you got so much of it, you don't know what to do with it. Well, the price is going to go down. It's the only way you can get rid of it, right? So that's what happened here. The news showed the supplies were up, so that caused the price to tumble. Again, a knee-jerk reaction. Let me put this back on 2-minute. Okay, there's that. Look at that one big drop on a 2-minute candle. Just dove. Knee-jerk reaction to the news, right? When it comes right down to it, you can see it's right back up and higher than it was today. So people get all excited when they see the news. Always, that's why we tell you never be in a trade when we have these critical news events happen that we know are coming. It's not a good idea to be in a trade. If you are in one, you better have a super strong, tight stop. So it pulled back and then just worked its way back up. Now it's closed for the day, but so that's done there. So, all right. If you're paper trading, Nick, on your stop loss things won't work you can't slide them around quite like you can on a real one because it's keeping track of your margin. Because you're on paper tradable, it's kind of frustrating. You're getting charged the overnight hour rates. So what it's doing there, it's not letting you move it because it's not protecting the margin requirement on there. So that's why it won't let you move it up, basically. So it's paper trading, so it get frustrating sometimes. Nick says, should have taken 4 EWO trades, but I was nervous for some odd reason. My mind won't let me click the button. Well, congratulations. You've now joined the rest of us that are fighting our own self and getting in our own way when you're day trading. That's the number one thing you have to overcome. It's one thing to have the education and have the head knowledge, right? And know what the skills and understand everything, how everything should work, right? What's wrong with the mic? My mic? There's something wrong with my mic? You can't hear me or what?
You're a little choppy here once in a while, and there's some kind of a double. Sometimes it sounds like it's just replaying what you're saying.
I haven't heard that. It's been fine for me. I don't know.
Occasionally you get an echo, Mark. Get a little bit of echo.
A little bit of echo, a little bit choppy.
Well, let
Yep.
me make sure I didn't have something here that was
Reverberating.
Can hear him.
See, now you
I
can,
don't think so.
you can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
But that's the social media won't be able to hear it. All right. Well, we'll just go with that for right now because the other mic's unplugged. So anyway, might have something to do with the connection, maybe even. Let me look here. Live. Oh, I know what it is. It's the my other speaker that I have so I can hear you without having to wear headsets feeding back through my mic. That's what it is.
Yep, makes sense.
Yep, that's what it is. All right. Louder you talk, the more it feeds back through here. Anyway, he said it should have done EWO trade. Yes, the dealing with your own psychology is the hardest thing that there is to deal with, right? Entering a trade, making wise decisions. You make a bad trade and then you ask yourself, why did I do that? I knew better, right? All those psychology of trading is the single hardest thing that you'll have to deal with. How do you deal with the loss of a lot of money? How do you deal with the winning a lot of money, right? They both have psychological things that it does to you, right? You may actually physically start crying for that may be out of character for you, right? You win a lot of money or you lose a lot of money. You become overcome with your own emotions, and it's a weird thing when it first happens to you. Let's say you think you're Mr. Tough Guy, you never shed a tear for nothing, right? And you get in here and lose some money, and all of a sudden it just overwhelms you. You're mad, and you just get all these different emotions, and next thing you know, you got tears running down your face. And the opposite is true. You think you're Mr. Tough Guy, and you have a super big day with your account. You make a lot of, in terms of your terms, and you overcome with emotions. So the emotional aspect of trading is the single hardest thing to overcome, right? We could teach you how to trade, when to enter a trade, when to exit a trade. That's what we do here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. We're an education and training program, right? Company. We're not a call-out group, because neither I nor anyone else associated with AmericanDreamTrading.com are licensed financial advisors. And as such, we can never give you financial, investment, or tax advice. So I just had to say that to keep the lawyers happy. So the psychological part is the toughest. Having a losing day and then trying to come back and jump back on that horse the next day. You're a little gun shy. Having a one red trade and then you have a second red trade. You get a little gun shy. You stop trusting yourself. All these things is what causes people to get out. They can't handle the stress. I mean, this is a stressful profession. I've been doing it this is starting my 3rd year, right? It still has its moments. I was trading bigger day. That's more stressful. Scalping is more stressful than EWOs. Playing an EWO and sitting there patiently and let it doing its own thing is stressful. That's why we all bought spinners. You know, I got one of these fidget spinners. You know, I got this one here today in the mail. So I'm in a fidget spinner buying mode. I have 3 of them now. So we do things to occupy ourselves when we're sitting in trades. I got this one here the other day, right? It's a little cube with a little thing on. I got the first one I got. So yes, we got all kinds of toys here now to keep our mind occupied. So that is the hardest thing about day trading and trading long-term investing. When you're in control of your supply of money, and it's up to you whether you win or lose, right? It's stressful, and a lot of people can't handle that, right? If you can't control your emotions, that's not going to be an easy thing for you to do as far as trading goes. So, anyhow, well, let's get those Diamond Lifetimes. They're still available for that $5,000 at AmericanDreamTrading.com. They get you into all of our training sessions and everything that's going on at American Dream Trading. Would have been a account changing day if you'd been more confident. Yeah, and that's the thing. But just realize that that's what you're going through is normal. You're not an abnormal, weird person because you're experiencing what you are. We all struggle with it. And that comes through time and experience and training. If you're confident in your charting, if you're confident in the trading strategies, if you're confident in your mechanics with your software that you're using to conduct trades, you put all those together, it becomes a winning combination. You become confident. The other thing that we can't give you is the psychological. We can talk to you about those things and hear other people's experiences so you're not weird, right? Everybody's been there, done that. But one thing we can't give you is experience, right? That takes time, making trades, getting in and out of trades. If you're scared to get in, maybe your position sizes are too large. You're spending too much money. Now, if you're on the smallest one available, well, that's just the way it is. You have to learn to overcome that. So if you're just doing one contract, then do without one contract and work through it. The more you do it, the better you'll get and the more confidence you get. Just the same way going from paper trading to real money the first time. I'm telling you right now, you'll get the butt pucker effect. When you put your real money on the line for the first time, your butt's going to pucker. And, not to be crude, but you will experience it. A very physical reaction to now I got money on the line. You're going to get all itchy and scratchy and, fidgety and whatever, however you handle stress, right? Maybe even sweat, right? So just realize that's all part of the growth process. And, the more you do it, the more experience you gather, and that's just something that you could talk about it, but until you go through it yourself, and you'll find yourself once you do that and experience those things, 6 months down the road, you'll be able to tell other people, yeah, when I first did this, I had that same experience, right? And you'll see that you're not any different than anybody else, right? I don't care what account size you come in here with, you will still experience that. So just the same way dealing with a bad day. If you lose money in one day, it's all psychological. You just have to trade it as one trade and move on, just like a winning trade. There was a lot of times, now I'm getting a lot better recently, get a winning trade, let's say to the upside, and I'm all excited and I'm counting my money and yay, I'm the world's greatest trader, right? And while I'm playing around like that, I forget to play it to the downside. I could have made just as much money to the downside had I just kept my head about me, right? And I look back, I'm like, dang it. I could have made just as money going up as I did with it coming down. So you have to be focused on the trade. So don't miss out on opportunities as when they present them, right? So, all right. Yes, I got the cube there, Blake. Is that what you were referring to? Got that little cube thing. What was I saying? Oh, anyway, that is something. And reading books about that very thing. One I would recommend. I have it sitting over here. I can't remember it off the top of my head exactly. It's called. Grab it here. called, I don't know if this will show up, but again, I don't get no compensation. Now it's called Trading in the Zone. Highly recommend this book. It's by Mark Douglas. You can listen to it, audio versions of it, but I'd recommend getting a hardcover. You know, real paper, real ink on real paper. There's a lot to be said for that. I'll go back and read things on it, but it's a very good book. It is a lot about the psychology of trading and why we do things that we do. Again, off of Amazon, I highly recommend that book. It's actually on our reading list in our education section on our Discord. So that's another one. And there's all kinds of books. You know, there's different things you can read. You know, so I'll try to educate yourself on your own. Also, doesn't hurt. But I would get that Trading in the Zone. You can get that off of Amazon, and you can get the audio versions of them also. So take a look at those things. All those things help you with your journey, right? If you don't like to read books, then get the audio versions of them. You can listen to audio books, or some of these things are even on YouTube. So watch that. All right. So very important topic. This is the psychology thing that gets left out a lot until somebody brings it up. Right. So what else? So don't worry about it, Nick. Get there with experience. All right. What do we got? 24 watching. Mark just wanted you to know that you're absolutely awesome. Well, you are absolutely awesome. Everybody is. All right. Make sure you are subscribing to that. Thanks, Don, who's also known as JJ Video Rex. All right. What do we got going on over there on TikTok? Let's see. We got Bucko over there. Doug. Did anyone buy CRCL? You asked that a while ago and I didn't come back. No, I didn't buy CRCL. Was that a stock is what you're referring to? I will take a look at it. Do I know what that is? Sounds familiar, but what is it? Circle Internet Group? No. Why? Is there a reason we should have bought it? That looks like it was an IPO today, huh? I take it that's what that was, an IPO. I didn't pay attention to IPOs myself today, but it did have a... Is that right? It opened at... What did it say here? The news on it. Soars 235% on IPO debut. How did I know that was an IPO? Because this is where the chart starts. There's no other information available, right? So you can see that. It opened up at 68. It opened up at $64, it looks like. Well, wherever it opened. No, it opened up here. Opened at 69, it looks like. 69? Yeah, something like that. Shot up to $100 real quick and then pulled back, right? Everybody took their profits to get out. And it's still up $20 a share, right? $15 a share. Pretty good, right? Can't beat that. Again, watch your IPOs. They tend to fade after the initial interactions. So unless you know something about IPOs and about the company you're investing in, you should never buy an IPO unless you intend to hold it for a period of time, right? So home time, there you go. Hopefully you got that, maybe got into pre-market, you got into pre-buying prices. You got in that way. That's the best way to get in IPOs a lot of times. RRY, double bottom bounce, Wall Street. RRY. All right. Why are you looking at RRY? Oops, that ain't it. What is it? Where'd it go? RRY. What is RRY? Doesn't show up on mine. Unless you got nothing showing on, at least not on ours. Not available. RRYES shows, but that's it. So anyway, that is that. All right. You don't want to save that at all. Okay. Supplies are always up on natural gas. Just depends what they tell us. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. They're supposed to give you accurate things. You only know what you're told, right? Yeah, that makes more sense. RTY, yes, the people were in RTY. That's the Russell 2000 index. Yes, very nice run on it today. Been easy money on the Russell today. Look at that nice run. Nice EWO play. If you'd played EWO on this, all you had to do was get in one that told you to. Take your money all the way up at the top. Get in your next EWO over here. Right there. You would have made money there. Also to the downside. Oh, look, there's another EWO started right here. Right? Could have got in and rode out up to the top. And look, now it's in a red EWO, which would have started right here. And you would have been in the money there and sold out down at the bottom. Right there at that gold level, it's at 2102. See how, speaking of gold levels, see how that respected. I got a gold level right here, 2102 on my chart. Been there for a long time. And you can see how it touches it and respects it. So, very good, very nice. Yes, Russell was a very nice play today. Nice, comfortable. You couldn't ask for a prettier chart than that. We do have a lot of members that traded. I traded myself. I didn't today. I didn't trade any of the indices. I did gold and platinum all day. So, mainly gold. Did very well. Did very bigly today in my trading. Other than that, let's see. What are you on that you listen to and interact? What are you on that you listen to and interact with so much more? I don't know what you mean by that question there, Blake. What do I listen to? I listen to the sound of Coach's voice. That's what I react to. That's where I learn all this stuff from. Right? Just like you do. Listen to the sound of Coach's voice. Why? Because he's got 33 years of experience, right? He knows what he's talking about. Speaking of Coach talking about, he's got some rules too that you should know. Did you know Coach had rules? Well, let me share them with you.
Some of the rules. Okay, somebody. Perfect question. You're asking the right questions. I like it already. I'm new here. What are the rules? That's what I'm talking about. So again, right, some of the most basic rules so I can help you guys. Think about this. Stop losses on each and every trade. What does that do? Keeps you from losing your accounts, right? Not hard. Paper trade only when you're a new trader. It makes sure you're not blowing up your accounts. You're not obviously ready for this. Am I right? Think about it. Every rule I have is not make money. It's keep your money. Don't trade in the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the day. It's the hardest time of the day. I've been doing this 33 years. It's very hard. I get chopped up all the time when I'm like, ooh, it looks good. Oh, it looks good. Oh, I'm going to do it again. Oh, stop. I'm doing it to protect you, right? If you're a new trader, don't trade in the first 30 minutes because it is the most volatile, right? Until we get the shift change when volume comes in again at 10 o'clock. Because why? The very beginning is like this. Yo, 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 yo. Typically, after the first 30 minutes, it will try to decide which way do I want to go today. I'm avoiding you getting wrecked, right? Last hour of the day is power hour, high volume, hedge fund managers making the things happen, trying to get markets to move the way that they want. I'm telling you to stay out of it. So if you're like, well, I keep getting burned up, why are you doing it? Right? Journal. It's for your own mental strength so that you can see what you are doing on a daily, consistent basis. That's all it is for. Did I trade it right or did I trade it wrong? What should I have done? What could I do better? That is what it's for, right? It's your homework every day. You guys can go back and review your trades and go over your journal and what should I have done right there and why did that not work out? It will help you, right? You're strengthening your brain and you're getting rid of your own stuff. Small position sizes. I say that because usually when you go in too large, your emotions take over. You're not trading robotically. You're not trading the trades. You'll end up blowing up your accounts, right? That's when we make a lot of mental mistakes is all the difference was we're going in too big. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. Again, notice the stop part is the most important. Stop out the losers so you don't continue to lose money. If you find yourself in these bleed out sessions, oh, well, I hope. Oh, it's going to come back. Oh, we'll see. Oh, it's coming down to support. Oh, it broke that support. Maybe this next, oh, stop. Draw a line in the sand. Use the stop. And then when you guys go green, Right? You're like, oh, I'm up 100. I'm taking that. That's my daily. That's what I told myself. That's what I told myself. If I can make 100, I'm going to take that. It could have turned into 2,000. Why are you taking 100? Let the runners run. I notice I never said take all the runners off the table. Never said that. I've never said that in my life. We use the shedding technique. We collect as it goes. We take off as it goes, because that way we are guaranteeing locking in realized profits. Remember, nothing is realized until you actually click, right, the sell button. All these rules are in place, ladies and gentlemen. They're there to help you. If you can't do these very basic things we talk about, right, how are you going to advance? Stop saying woe is me. Stop saying I don't get it. Stop saying I'm not a good trader. I guess I'm never going to get it. Yeah, because you can't follow my basic rules. They're there for a reason. Again, follow the freaking rules, right? And listen, I know when I get on you guys, I don't get to sell anything and I don't get to make any money. And it's just, I don't care. I need you guys to understand so that you guys can get ahead in life. This is what we're doing this for, right? So when I'm in this mode, right, and again, like, oh, I'm not listening to any of this. You need to listen to all this. This is where the secret sauce, this is the golden nuggets, not the, coach, just call out that runner. That isn't going to do you any good, right? It doesn't matter. There's 8 million people in this room. We could call out stuff all day long. You could just hear us shouting stuff. That isn't going to help anybody. If you don't know what to do with it, what good does it matter if one is up or one is down? That means nothing to anybody if you don't know how to handle it. You might get lucky and catch a momentum and you're like, oh, I'm a great trader, and you just keep getting out a million times. It's because it's been going in the same direction all damn day, right? Can you duplicate it? Can you recreate the process every day consistently? This is all about consistency, okay?
Clicked the wrong button. Thought I got it this time. Yep. Thank you, Dan, for that. So anyway, it is impossible to blow up your account by following coach's rules, and that's what they're meant to do: keep you from blowing up your account, not to make profit. It'll take you 15 years to blow up your account by following coach's rules. In other words, you should be getting sound here now on YouTube. Takes about 30 seconds here. You should have it. Anyhow, it will be coming. Give it time. So follow the rules. It's that simple. It's not that simple to do sometimes because we're human beings, right? And you should have now. You should have sound now over there on YouTube. If you don't, let me know. I'll get another issue. There you go. Thanks, Dan. I did see your thing. I thought I clicked the button over there, but I didn't. I must have clicked one of the other ones. Anyhow, okay. Oh, yeah, I muted things and I don't unmute them. Can't go a day without screwing something up, can I? Well, that's what makes this show interesting. You guys should take side bets. What will Mark screw up today? There's only a list of 5 things. You should have a little parlay going by now. Anyway, so let's see what else is going around in the markets here today. We're getting close to power hour, last hour of the trading day. Maybe you see some about taking some trades here. If you have any questions, feel free to type them into your social media chat box and we can answer those for you. I haven't really seen any questions today. You're kind of quiet on your questions. You getting tired at the end of the week here or what? Over on YouTube, I don't see enough thumbs up versus how many people are actually in the room right now. If you could go over and smash that thumbs up button, I'd be appreciated. We're only about half of you have smashed that thumbs up. Just sell it from Canada. How's my little Canuck friends up there? We have quite a few members that live in Canada. Matter of fact, speaking of our friends that live in Canada, anybody heard from Waffle lately? I haven't heard from him lately. Has he been in the aftermarket? Usually he's in the aftermarket show.
He pops in the socials every once in a while.
Okay. Usually he hollers at me. But,
Yeah, he's on a different work schedule.
Oh, is he that why? Okay.
Yeah.
I say he's a regular, and I just haven't seen him for a while. I was thinking about him last night for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I was looking at a bottle of maple syrup and thought of him. I don't know. So, anyway, my little Canuck buddy. Blake, I don't know what your question was about. What are you on that you listen to and interact with so much more? I don't know what that even means.
I think you might be talking about the Zoom in our group, maybe. Did you interact with us and you're talking to us? I don't know.
Well, you can go to our Discord, get our free Discord. You get right in our stock lounge where you can interact with other members. In our stock lounge, ask questions, discuss trades, get educated over there a little bit. And watching for this puzzle piece here on. That's what my alarm's for, so I remember to do that. Check it. All right. So, let's see here. There was a message here I want to read real quick. Uh-oh. Did that happen today with our friend getting his diamond membership? Trying to read a link here. It was on a referral. Wow. James got his diamond. For our paid members who know James. James L. Congratulations to James L. Good for him. Dedicated member. All right. So anyway, we're getting some movement here. I got a break and hold here below the 9 on that. It's breaking my gold level. I like that. And jump in that. How many contracts did I just jump in with? 30. Oh, I didn't break and hold. See, I jumped in too soon. Didn't break and hold. But I was going to say, wait on the break and hold below the gold, and I didn't even do it. And I didn't say it out loud. So anyway, wait on the break and hold, but I'm already in it now. So too late. Get my stop loss in here, just in case it retracts on me up here where I don't want it to. I had a break of the 9. But I was just started to say there, I have a gold level there and see if it breaks and holds below that. If it does, then I'll be able to get in this. It might even form a red EWO, but we'll take a look here and see. I did get in too soon before it pulled. That is in ES. Let me change it and get this, get my L2 up here for it. And there's a big wall at 69. Which is down here, basically where this white line is at, down here in this area. 68, it wants to pull down to here, roughly. So if this gets, since I got in this too soon, if this icy green at all, I'm getting out. Then I can re-enter when I'm supposed to re-enter, right? Hi, Daniel, good to have you with us today. Good to see you. All right, so if you have questions, feel free to ask them and we'll answer them for you. I'm just watching this one to go green so that I can get out of this trade if it will. Wants to pull down to 68. I don't know if it's going to get there or not. They start throwing orders in. It's not looking good right at the moment, but it's still hanging there. There's no real large order. It wants to pull down over here in the L2 in my order book, which you can't see over on TikTok. Again, if you want the better view, go over to our YouTube page. It's American Dream Trade over on YouTube. Was where our training is. There's also over 2,000 training videos that's there also that you can watch for absolutely free. Just part of our thank you for visiting our channel. You can visit those videos, and they're actually grouped by topics. There's a section there where they're all sorted by topics. I would highly suggest that you do that and go to the 2-minute EWO videos. That's the ones everybody should be doing, and you will have a lot of information there. 2,000 videos. It take you a long time to watch all them videos. So anyway, we're not going to the downward pull here at our critical level. It's staying under the 9. It just doesn't want to break and hold beneath the gold level at 971.25. That level's been on there for a while. You can see earlier it respected them, and I wanted to wait on the break and hold there, and unfortunately it didn't do it. So if it doesn't hold below this 9, I'm out of this trade. I'll take the loss, rip the Band-Aid off. I ain't got all day to sit here and lose money, right? I got better things to do. Right now I'm down $4,000 on this trade. Now this is paper trading money. This is not real, but this is a paper trading simulated account where I can execute trades in real time with using fake money. You know, it's not a big deal to brag I made $1 million paper trading today. It's not real money. It's not the purpose. The purpose is so that you can learn your mechanics, learn how to use your indicators, test different trading strategies out, see how they work for you, which ones you like better than others, right? Because there's always going to be that. So if this pulls down here green, right now I'm at broke even there. I could have got out of break even, but I didn't. I should have took that, could have got that down there. We'll see if it pulls down. If I can get a little bit of green in there, I'll take it, even if it's for a second, and I'll get out of this trade. Now, if it breaks and holds below this line, which I want another candle, right there, I'm broke even. There, I broke even, got out. All right. So now, if it happens to open up again, then I can. If it breaks and holds, if I get another candle here to the downside, then I can get into it. Right. I didn't wait on that break. There's the break. I still want to see another candle start to form on the shoulder of this one to the downside, or get in on this big one here. You'll probably retrace. I'm going to show you this. You'll get a 50% retracement on these big candles. Watch how much money this will cost you. Look at that. See, this is why you always wait on gamma candles to pull back before you enter them. And gamma candles, these great big large candles that you see here. Then you watch for a 50% retracement on average. Now this one didn't do it for some reason. Pulled back a little bit, but there's 750. I'll just go ahead and take that for right now. I want to see if it goes down to this level. I got to look at my L2, 94 down at 65. Yeah, it could, but I locked in that profit. I'm up $1,100. Fake money, but I'm still up. You always want to treat your paper trading account as real. Daniel, do you always use the L2 before placing a trade? If I have my head on my shoulders, yes, I do. I am a big user of the L2. Not so much on the indices. Comes down to it, I'm trusting my levels on my chart and my indicators. But I use the L2, the order book, as another tool, right? First year of trading, I made over 100K my first year, and I never even heard of the L2, right? I got introduced to that whenever I started scalping. So it's just another tool. Now I trade with it all the time. I always have to have it up. I have a fit if I don't. Do I have to have it? But it is nice. It kind of shows you orders that haven't been executed yet are laying. It's not a thing that you can count on per se, because it's orders placed but not executed. So they can cancel their orders. They can increase it, decrease it, move their orders around, change the amount that they're willing to pay or sell at. So you really have to kind of be up on it. What I look for is big walls when you get a huge number compared to the rest of them. okay, then I will use that as an encouragement, especially if I'm going short. I really like it. I'll watch these numbers get smaller here. Hopefully that'll show me that it's in a downturn. As you can see, these numbers are getting larger. So that means the price is going up. It is still below the 9. If it comes up and hits this, I might short it here to the downside, take a bounce off of this line here. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if it actually did go up and touch it, didn't it? So I missed that opportunity. We'll see if I can repeat that here. Or not. If it goes up to this gold level line and I'll catch a bounce off of that. Because the 9's now gotten heavy there. That there's no big orders here to signify that it really wants to pull down or up right now. So this would be a risky trade. So that's how I would use my L2. Look over there. All the numbers are about the same right here, right? Your order sizes. They're fairly close to the same size. So that just shows you there's, no real big motion one way or the other, and it'll consolidate. Especially when you see there's a 1 tick difference between the buyers and the sellers. It's going to consolidate. So this is just going to sit here for a little bit until somebody wants to throw in a bigger order that will act as a magnet, either on this bid side to pull the price up, or on the bid side to pull the price down, right? And until that happens, this is just going to kind of sit here, right? Kind of consolidate. Let's turn that volume down. Oh, there's my puzzle. Right on time. All right, got my puzzle piece in. It took like an hour and 7 minutes that time. So anyway, have to set an alarm because if I don't catch it, it kills the feed. A pain in the neck that way, but anyway. Okay. So yeah, so that's how I use my L2. I use it extensively when I'm trading metals into different things that move a little slower. Oil, metals, currency, agriculture. It's just harder on the indices during the open part of the day because there's such high volume. The thing moves, these numbers move so fast. Now it's pretty easy this time of the day because while there's still volume, it's not near as high as it was. It's less than half of what it normally is. You look here, look at your volume bars here, right? Compared to what it is now. So up here is about your average. You can see how much less it is, right? So it's easier to read L2 on them. Same way when you look at, like the metals. Let's look at gold, right? See these numbers here while there is, I didn't even have to switch charts. Metals, gold, you can see the walls here, right? But did you see this moving at all? There's hardly any volume at this time of the day. In the metal market, and that's why I don't normally trade it at this time of the day. Well, I don't trade this time of day, period. But, so, that's how I use that. Say there's a big wall there that wants to pull down to 379, 79.3. Where's that at? 79.3. I can sit here and it'll pull right down to there, right below that 9. Unless people start throwing orders in there, right? And here it comes. There's your 79.3. As long as people quit throwing orders in above it, the price will drop down to there. Now, that doesn't mean, people won't come in and throw orders in there earlier, and then it could throw it off. So it's a very fluid thing. You have to understand how that works and what it looks like. What was we looking at earlier? Yes, the downside. See, it didn't come back up to that gold level, did it? The 9's holding it down. But they're still there. They don't know what they want to do. Anyway, let me get this L2 back up here for that. There's something we haven't traded or even talked about, the S&P mid-cap 400. We've never even looked at that, have we? EMD. Well, while I'm thinking about it, let me look at that. Never looked at EMD. That's the mid-cap 400. It'd be a minier version, I assume, of the Russell. And I don't know anything about it. EMD. Futures. There we go. Mid-cap. S&P mid-cap. Look at that. Does that look like the Russell, kind of? Right? There's that. Here's the Russell. See that ginormous N? You don't see that on this one though, do you? Not as much. It's a lot more volatile. So there is the the S&P mid cap, 400. Never played it. Never even looked at it ever. So that would be similar to, I don't even know what's a contract even cost on that. Not looking at my quotes widget, which I don't have over here right now. Let me go over here on my Weeble. That would be EDM Main, right? EDM Main. Looks like margin $1,650. I guess, I don't know. Can't read it. Well, that's something. So what I will do, just as a reminder of myself, is I will add EDM in here. EDM. Oops. What is that? All right. EMD. Duh. EMD. Mid cap. Okay, so now I have that on there. Slide this up. Put that up there with the indices. There we go. Now I have that on there. So how did it compare to the Russell? Well, the Russell moved 1/4%. EMD only moved 0.9%. So I don't know how that's, whatever. It is what it is. As you can see, the volume is significantly less. And so if you want a slow mover, right there it is. That's only had 3.96 thousand traded that. So I don't even know if I'd be interested in that myself. Now, if you're interested in a small cap that doesn't move, have a lot of volume, and you can see the big gaps here. See that? I wouldn't like to trade this. That would be kind of choppy trading there. So thank you for the follows over there on TikTok. Make sure you click like, share, subscribe. And make sure so that you can follow us. Over those of you who are over on the YouTubes, make sure you click that thumbs up over there. Let me check and see how many we got. We got about 2 out of 3 of you have clicked the thumbs up button. The rest of you can go over there and click that. We appreciate it. We can drink here real quick. Man, I went to bed. It's been so tired the last couple of days. I've gone outside working. Wife makes me go outside and work. So, it's good. It keeps you moving, right? All right. What questions do you have? Ask away and we will answer them. Oh, look at that big pull. Doc kind of looked away, right? Is it going to do the same thing here again? Let's look and see. That level there. What do I got? I'm looking at the wrong indice here. Need to look at S&P. Boom, boom. In this trade now. I see down here 70s down at 55 level, which is way down here. Here it comes. I'm up 750. What else we got going on over there on the L2? 114 at 55. 55 is about where it's at right now. We'll see here if I'm going to get any more out of this or not. I'm up 750. There's some 53s at the bottom. Like to see a 50 down there. There's the 52s. At the bottom of my L2, I'm up to $1,100. I'm going to stay in this trade. 53s, 53s. Come on. Let's go. Oh, there's 54. Starting to lose it. So now I'm going to be going negative, and I am 750. And how did I figure that out? I'm watching my L2 over here. I don't even have to know. I can see these numbers going up that I'm going to lose money. See, there's a 54. We'll see if that sells off. That'll act as a magnet to pull the price to 54. And they've already thrown another order. Ooh, look at that 58 order, 226. That's down here, basically where it's at now. All right, that's sold off. There's the 55s. Now my 54s are coming in. This is going to want to pull down. Watching my bottom number over here, 54.50, 53, 53. Do I hear 52, 52, 52? There's 52, 52, 52. Now I'm up 45. Do I hear 50, 50, 50, 50? I take that price right there and lock in $5,000 right there. There we go. That's how we do it, watching the L2. When I want to do that again, let me see here, 50, 51. I'm going to wait for this 52 sell off at that 158. See how the volume's coming in? Yep, there we go. There's a big order down there. Once it pulled down to 50, 50, 50, 50. Come on, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. I'm going to take that $1,500. Why? Because it's approaching the level that I had marked on my chart. Do we want to keep doing this again? We can. All right. Let's see what happens here. Now I'm getting down to a regression channel. So I got some 46s, which is about where it's at now. Where's 46? Evaluating the trade. 46 is about where that regression channel's at. So if we can see orders below 46, which I do, I see some 43s down here now. 43. Do I see here 42, 42, 22, 42? There we go. 42, 44, 42. Come on, 42. Do I see some 41s? 41s. There's 41s, 41, 41. Do I hear 40, 40, 40, 40, 40? Come on, 40, 40, 40. Come on, 40. There's some 40s. There's 41s. Come on down. Let's go. Come on down at a critical level right now. I'm going to lock in that profit because it was on another level that I had marked on my chart. Now I'm looking at 38. So look at that pull. Look at that pull. Look at 37, 37. Do I hear 36? 36. Do I hear 36? Come on. I'm at another level on my chart. I'm going to lock that $1,800 in. Bam. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Let's go. Do I see some 35, 35, 35? Let's go. Some 33s. I want to see some 33s, 34s. Come on. Coming down to this level at 36, 36. Come on. Get back down there. Get back down there. Oh, no, that's 33. Wrong number. I was calling out the wrong number. Now, see, now I lost money. Let's go. Let's get past this level right here. I got my stop in place just in case it rebounds. 36, 36, 36. I got a line at 30. What is that line? 39. I got to get down there. 30 or 33, 33, 33. There's one at 34. Come on, there's some at 33s. Come on, baby, get down there to 33. I want to get down to 33, 25, 33, 25. Do I hear 33, 25, 33, 25? No, it's not. It's not looking good for Mark right now. Not on this trade, but I'm going to be patient. It's hanging out there at that line. I got a level right here. It hasn't rejected off of yet. I want to get down to this level. If it gets to this level, well, I got a gap right here on my chart. It can go away there. So I want to get down here. I want to get out right here at this line here. If it can make it there, I'll get out actually right before it hits it in case there is another sell-off. It ain't looking good now. 37s that don't want to go, oh, there's 35s. They don't know what they want to do. 35, 35. Come on, I need some 34s to show up down there. Let's go. Pull it down to 34. There's 34s down at the bottom of the chart with a big wall down there, 34. Bang, lock in that $3,000 I waited on to get filled, right? Bang. What's going on here? Why didn't that sell that? What's going on? Hello. Wake up. Why do I still see that on my chart? Hello.
Can't get out of it either, Mark. I'm up 1,000, but it's not letting me out. Just keep saying failed to close, failed to close.
There it goes. It's out now. Refresh your chart. That's what I just did. There you go. Glitch in the universe. All right, let's go again. Let's go again. Am I going to break brown? Blah, blah, blah. There's 33. I'm thinking through 32s there. Yeah, I see some 32s. We're going to take a chance and get in right before my level there. Oh, there's another $3,000. Lock that baby in. Got in too soon. There's my breakthrough here. All right, what do we got here? 28s, 27. Look at this bleed out. We want to get down there to the 22 level. 22. Come on, 22. Let's get down there. That's a long way to go, but I got a big gap break here in this market. We can get down there and get that to pull even part way down. It's bigly. I got in badly there. That's going to cost me money. That's going to cost me money. I'm up 19,000, but I'm already down 7. It's going to eat into that $19,000 profit that I just made. And if it's don't drop down here soon, let's see, what do we got? What do we want? We want 33s. Oh, I can stop that. Ooh, that wasn't good. There, I just lost that money. Wasn't paying attention. Dag nabbit. Wasn't paying attention. Oh, that's what happens. They're not paying attention. It's been down to 28 low. Is it going to bounce off this level and bounce back up? I don't know. That's a long way to go. What is your take profit in pips? I don't know. I go in ticks. Take profit, I don't use take profit. I sell when I want to sell. Never limit your downside or never limit your profits. Only limit your downside potential. Never stop yourself from making money. Only protect yourself from losing money right here. I got 30 contracts there, and I use a standard, well, I actually have a 30 tick stop loss. I do not use take profit, even though I can right here. I never use that. What if this shoots all the way down there? Why would I want to limit my profit? Never want to limit my profit. I want money, 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 money. I want more money. I like money. Do you like money? I like money. We all like money. Here we go, right? So that's why I don't take profit. And these are in ticks, not pips. That's a Forex term. I understand where that's coming from. So anyway, that's how I use my L2. I was reading off the levels for you there, looking for them big walls. See how these are all the same now? That just kind of shows you that the movement is going to sit here for a little bit. There's no big walls. There's one there, right? So I could talk myself into those trades there. So that's how you do that, right? Better to stay in longer. Could have just got in up here, wanted to break and hold of the 9 and let it run. That'd be the easiest way to do it. That is my main trading technique, because I jumped in here a lot. I missed all that. I was scalping it. But this here, I usually employ most always is a break and hold below the 9 is what I use as one of Coach's strategies. So here's the break of the 9. There's the hold. Got in here at this gold level, bought once and let it go, right? So that's how we do that. And just let it run. Do I trust my indicators? Now, I was doing scalps in and out, right? Just because I got in late, that's all. But there have been no reason I couldn't just let that go. Just right now, it's still a good trade, but it's dropped so far, the 9, I would wait. This is too risky right now if I jump in, because this 9 hasn't caught up yet, because it dropped so fast. So that means it can pull back pretty quick. Can I put an order in there and let it run? Yeah, probably. It's power hour. It can go back up just as easy, right? So yes, tick-tock bone, I do not use take profits ever. Ever, 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 never. Does it have a purpose and a place? Yeah. But I've seen too much. What if I had to take profit here? I'd have missed that ginormous pull right there, right? So that's why you never do that. If you want to do that, that's a personal preference type of thing. I prefer not to do that. Coach also suggests that you don't limit your profits. Now, if you're channel trading or something, yeah, I could see the purpose of it. But other than that, no. Look at that. What if I'd been up here and I used to take profit here, right? I got kicked out of the trade. So again, no fault. If you like using to take profit, have at it, right? Who is it for me to tell you how to trade that way, right? It's just a personal preference. Never limit. Why do you want to limit your profits? Because it has the potential of doing that. Now, one thing it is good for is, like you say, you get, if something's trading in a channel, in a tight area, you could set it right at the top of your channel, or if you're going short, the bottom of your channel, and lock it away. But I can go over here and click this button, it looks at my trade just the same, right? Or if you're swing trading, you might have it to where you're not watching your trade every second. Like if you're swing trading long term, yeah, I can see where you could use that there. But again, I just don't like to. Trader B says I prefer to limit my profits. Yeah, I bet you do. So anyway, that's my thinking, and that's how kind of Coach teaches, right? But I understand there's lots of traders that like to do that, so it is what it is, right? So it's all up to you. Questions? Over there on TikTok, what are you doing? Or YouTube, what are you doing over there? You guys are pretty quiet today. Anything going on? What's going on? What's happening? Don't see any questions. By the way, we still have, I believe it's going to be going on all month. I can't say for 100% sure. We're giving you a 2-day free pass to our premium memberships. You want to come in and kick the tires for absolutely free? Head on over to AmericanDreamTrading.com. That you will have a free 2-day pass to our premium membership that will get you training on our live Zoom call from 8:45 a.m. in the morning Eastern time till 4 p.m. in the afternoon. 2 days for absolutely free. If you decide to do nothing, or if you decide to keep it and stay, do nothing, and your card will automatically be billed. If you do not want to stay, all you have to do is click cancel, and you won't be charged anything. AmericanDreamTrading.com. Head on over there now for a free 2-day pass for our premium membership. And while you're also over there at AmericanDreamTrading.com, there you'll see also right next to it, if you scroll down, about halfway down, is a link to our free Discord. You'll want to grab that also. That's how we communicate with each other, is through our Discords. So go ahead and grab that while you're at it. Thank you very much. Right? All right. So who's going to grab that?
All right, all right, all right.
All right. Come on. Let's get it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Who's getting it? Who's getting it? All right. Well, for some other people.
Squirrel.
What? What did he say? What did he say? Anyway, head on over AmericanDreamTrading.com. Let them know you came from the future. That way they know where you found out about it, right? So, anyway, let's see what else we got going on. So that was kind of an exciting pull to the downside, was it not?
Oh, yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Did one of our members make some money on that?
That was a $2,000 move. When I refreshed my chart, I was still in it, still was in it.
Yeah, that
And
one time
thank
it
goodness
did.
that I was in it to the correct side and I was able to get out.
There you go. That's how we do it. All right. Good job. Good job. Questions, comments? Come on. Awful quiet today. Come on. You mean 100 people with not one of you have a question? Come on. We will ask. We will answer. If not, we'll move on. All right. That was. Something just popped up on my phone. As you can see, the NASDAQ did the very same thing. So, anywho, all right.
That was over a 500 tick move on the NASDAQ.
Was it?
If you did the EWO, it was second. So if we entered here, the break and the hold, which would have been right around 21,703-ish, and rode that down to a level I had snapped at 21,515. It's a $188.80 move.
160 ticks.
4. That's 752 ticks. One contract on micro would have gotten you. Yeah, no, that's not right. Hold please.
Been a 2,000 for one contract on ES for the EWO.
Yeah. So $376 on one micro contract for NQ.
How much?
$376 for one micro contract on NQ if you rode that 2-minute EWO to the downside.
It would have been $3,700 on a NQ, right?
Yep.
So
3,760.
there you go. One contract.
One contract.
That would have cost you $5.74 net with Weeble in transaction fees. Yes, you would have had to have the $1,400 or whatever it is now in margin in your account, but you would only cost you $5 basically in transaction fees would have been your real net cost to make a couple thousand. Pretty good deal to me.
Yeah, $4.28.
Yep. Yes, sirree, Bob. And don't call me Bob.
$1.50 on a micro.
MNQ, you only have to have like 100 and something, 140 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Margin? Yep.
$174.32.
Yep. Good deal.
To make 300. Pretty good
Now,
deal to me.
Bear in mind that $174.30 is only held in escrow while you are in the trade. Once you exit the trade, that goes right back into your account, plus any winnings minus the $1.50.
Yep.
Per contract.
I don't know about you. Does that sound like a pretty good deal? Pretty good way to make money?
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang, right? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, by the way, NQ has done this 4 times today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look up here, right?
Not to mention the rides up on the way there. So.
Yeah. Yeah, the rise up itself was what? We got in here up there. There's a 600 tick, 600, just call it 600, right? Tick up,
Yeah.
right? And since the top, It's managed to come down, what? Does that say 1,600 ticks to the downside?
The bounce alone right now is 434 ticks.
Why we're talking, losing
While
money.
we're talking, while we're sitting here.
I was sitting here not trading real money. Look at that retracement.
$217 trade from the bounce up right now, where it's sitting at the 21.
On one contract.
One contract.
And why aren't we in these trades?
It's
Because we're lining.
Power hour.
Power hour.
Coach told me I was not allowed to trade the rest of the day because
there you go. Well, there was a reasoning for that, right?
Because I promised.
You're a big boy. You could have done it, right? But
Yeah,
there was a reason today. You had a goal for everybody, no matter what green you were, to take that green and sit on it, right? How does being green feel versus being a dollar red, right?
Discipline.
Exactly. So there you go. That's an exercise, right? To teach you something, to teach you a lesson, right? Could you have made more money today? Probably. Could you have lost money today? Oh, yeah. Right.
Absolutely.
When you quit when you're ahead and when you're green, you can't lose it, right? We have members in here that were doing the same thing. They'd win one day and give up all their gains the next day and end up being red. Well, you know, because they kept over trading. They did that one trade too many, right? So and we're talking about EC here, if you didn't know who I was talking about. He had a big day one day. I believe it was like $600, and you know, he kept it, right? And he went into the weekend with it. He said that this the emotional part of it, the psychological part of being green for the whole weekend like that, it makes a big difference in how you feel about yourself. So, well, some people say, well, $600 ain't that much. Well, I bet I would venture to guess that's more than a lot of people make in a day, right? Is 600 compared to what I made today a lot? Well, to him it is, right? To me, yeah, I wouldn't take $600. Would you take 600 $1 bills and flush them down the toilet? I don't think anybody would do that. Why would you, right? So that has value, right? So, MV, Diamond member here. Tell the great story of how I started. You want me to talk about me, all right? Don't me talk about me. I took a $500 or $700 account and doubled it. Is that what I did? Doubled it? A bunch of times. And now it's quite substantial.
Yeah. Doubled it.
Quite substantial now. So over time, but I started out trading micros, right? And took a $700 account, made it into 1,000, made it into 2,000, made it into 3,000 over time. Kept growing and growing and growing and growing. So yes, I've done very well with my accounts. If I told you how much I have done since then, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So, but our paid members are very well aware of that. So, I like my cigars with $100 bills. I don't think so. $100 is still $100. I still gotta go out in the yard and work, right? I still complain about spending $20 at Wendy's to get a couple burgers, right? Money doesn't have that kind of value to me, I guess. I don't know how to say that. I'm not impressed by money. Let's put it that way, right? Mine or other people's. Do I like to hear our members be successful? You doggone right I do, right? I love hearing somebody made $5 today on their small account, or $10, or then we hear the members that consistently have $1 million a day. Yeah, that's all impressive, right? But until it's you, right? I've done very well this year, and it is what it is. Is this how I see it? Do I feel any different? Absolutely not. I'm the same person. Still drive a conservative car that's not fancy, right? I still got to mow my grass and everything else my wife makes me do. So it's not going to change any of that one bit, right? Am I better off financially now? Absolutely. Positively. Absolutely positively. And that's a good feeling after being in debt for the last decades. Self-induced debt hanging over my head. Yes, that's and then stuff that wasn't self-induced, but most of my debt was freely taken on, right? And once you get into that loop, it's hard to dig yourself out. It takes years, right? And if you only have so much income, it makes it even that harder, right? When your income's limited by a 9-to-5 job, or if you're retired or whatever, right? Your income's limited. Great thing about being here at American Dream Trading, it's only limited by my stupidity. So, right? Doesn't mean I'm intelligent if I'm making money. It just means I'm limiting my upside by being dumb by not following the rules, right? So, 1,250 in 12 minutes. Good job, Trader V. Attaboy, right? So, good. And you learn that all at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Head on over there right now. You too can learn how to do this. Make a career, develop a skill that nobody can take away from you ever. And, that way you're not dependent on some random dude on the internet, such as myself, right? Hopefully you don't feel I'm lying to you, but, I'm not. But, I'm just some random dude on the internet you happen to come across, right? You don't know me from Adam, whether I'm telling you the truth or lying through my teeth, right? But you can come and prove it for yourself at AmericanDreamTrading.com, where you will develop that skill through education and training over time. It's not easy. It takes time. Been doing this for going on 3 years, to where you too will be able to make your own decisions on entering a trade or not. If Coach shuts down American Dream Trading tomorrow, I will still be able to come in here and do this every single day for the rest of my life. There's a skill that not even Coach can take away from me that I have developed because of Coach. And that's our whole goal and our aim here, is to help people be successful in that manner, to give you the education and training that you need to do so you're not dependent on anybody. We're not a call-out group, right?
Look at that, Mark, on the cues.
On the cues, yes. I'm
Another
right there.
$250. Man, this is just make it
Yeah.
on the way down, make it on the way up.
Oh, make the money when we go down, make money when we go up.
Holy
There
crap
we go.
balls.
There we go. We'll make money on the way up. How's that? I just got in it. Got in late because I'm talking, right? Even after Doug said, look at the bounce, right? I still didn't get in it, right? It's paper trading anyway. Would I got in that in real life if we were talking about it? You daggone right I would have. Matter of fact, the market kept giving me money today. I kept trying to quit. Just when I thought.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Multiple times, right? So, anywho, when the market wants to give you money, you better take advantage of it, right? Especially like that, a bottom bounce. Oh, those are beautiful bottom bounces. Bet there's that big dive down. Look at that. You scroll back, you'll see that hit there before, bang, there, right? Look at how it respected this level. So that was a nice support line there. So it couldn't help but bounce off of it. You don't never know until you see it happen. But that's a strong level there. I already had that line there, right? So now I'm up $1,300 right now, right? For just even getting in late, right? So anyway, again, it's a paper account, it's a simulated account. It's not real money, but you should treat it accordingly, right? So now I'm down to 300. Now I'm down to break even just by letting it run like that. So it is just coming up on this regression channel. It's coming up on this double top right here. You're coming up on the 200 in VWAP above. So it's has some potential for being limited to the upside. Could I took my profit there? Yes, I most certainly could have, but I didn't. I'm just letting it run so you can see what goes on here. But I will take that $1,000 right there just because it's coming up on a double top and the 200 and then VWAP. Now there's a lot of room, a lot of money to be made between there and there, but I'm not really paying attention to the trade anyway. Should have got in down here to start with. What other questions we have over there or in the paid members arena? Can you show me how to refresh a chart on Webull? Yes, I certainly can. It's very simple, very easy. You can go here, right click on the chart, any open space, come down here, reset chart. Bang. Resets it for you. So right click, reset chart, bang. Right? So that's whenever you want to do this type of thing where you're spreading your chart out, moving it around, right? There's the price at 33.79.7, right? Bang, right there it is, 33.79.7, still there. That's how you do it. That's simple, that easy. I'm sure there's a shortcut key you can do it to also. I'm not a big shortcut key kind of person. We have members that are that rather use shortcuts on their thing. I'm more of a mouse person. If I can click, 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 click it, I will. So, all right. What else we got? What are the good minis that are good to start with practicing? Well, you should be using micros, not minis. A living Maryland reality. You can only see our cursor moving around. Really? Oh, that was on. Oh, that's because I drug over to for TikTok. Just right click on any blank part of your screen and choose reset chart at the bottom. Right click on a blank spot, choose reset chart. I drug that over to show. Couldn't see that. Oh, that's because I have. Oh yeah, that's because I have the. Let me see here. People. Set up right over there for that right now. Yeah, just right click on your chart. Reason you couldn't see is because this other was over top of it. Whoa, right. So what are good minis that are good to start with practicing EWOs? Number one, if you're starting out, you should be using micros. That is the smallest unit. You could use oil, which is MCL. You can use the Russell, which is RTY, but M2K is an indices, the Russell index. You can do ME, which is the S&P 500. Those will get you going, right? You can do currencies. You can do the euro, which is what is this? Micro euro is M6E is the micro euro. That's the euro as in money, currencies. So check them out. You should always start with micros. Those are the smallest unit you can trade. They're basically 1/10 of the size of a mini. So micro is the smallest, mini is the big boy ones. You never want to start with the big boys. So you do that and you build your account up over time, trading micros. Puts less of your account at risk also. Yes, you're only going to make 1/10 as much, but it doesn't matter. I started out doing that with a $700 account and grew it into a 7-figure account in about 6 months. So if you don't know what a 7-figure account is, take a 1 and put 6 zeros behind it, and that would be a 7-figure account. All right. So, and I did that starting out by trading micros. Actually, I started out by trading micro oil. Was my favorite. MCL. I traded that for a long time. It's still good to trade. Has nice up and down movements. Oil, right? You trade that during the day. Well, today it shot straight up, but you could have done a nice EWO there, right? If you'd have got in when it told you. Boom, boom, right? And you can back and just look at the histories of them. You can scroll back on any charts and just look at the EWOs, see how they are. So you make some good money doing all that. And any of them are. Once you learn how to chart, learn what the strategies are, 2-minute EWO, everybody should be doing that, right? See, here's how you reset the chart there. So those are some good ones to start with. Yeah, I knew that's what you meant. Yeah, but it took me the longest time to remember what the difference was, a mini and a micro. You figure you hear the word mini, you think that's the small one. No, the micro is actually smaller. When we first started in here, I used to say something that people would not forget the way I said it to help them remember the difference between a micro and a mini. All right, and I won't do that here. Are the indicators accessible to premium trial membership? No, they are not. Good question, Jeannie. Over there on TikTok, right? Those are available for the VIP, VIP Gold, the Diamond membership, and Futures and Crypto memberships. So, yes, that's the only membership level the indicators do not come with, and that is the premium. That's our entry-level membership. Now, can you put some of the same lines on your chart? Yes, you can. We use the 9 to 21 to 55, the 200, and VWAP. They will just be just basic lines. It'll be, I'll show you here for TikTok. It'll just, your chart would look like this, right? You just have these basic lines on them, okay? And that's all you'll see, right? Is these lines. So for those of you on TikTok. So where this with coaches indicators, you get the cloud, you get all these different things, the 2-minute EW indicators. So yeah, I mean, do you have to have it? But I mean, you got to buy this too, the trading view, which is a subscription. So now we're getting into power hour here. 15 minutes. We are in power hour, getting within the last 15 minutes. Tiny, I want to learn UK based. You can learn anywhere in the world, any place you got an internet connection. Only thing you got to deal with is the time difference, right? And also you have to get your own brokers over there because you're limited. Just like Webull may not have a UK based app. I don't know if it does. You'll have to Google. I know a lot of them use interactive brokers. Again, I use Webull, so you just have to Google what you can use over there. I know the fees are a lot more outlandish overseas than they are here in the States. Even more outlandish even in Canada than they are versus the United States. So you'll have to Google what broker you use, right? But we have members from all over the world, literally. Thailand, Switzerland, Iceland. Was it Iceland or Switzerland? One of them two. Germany, England, Texas, Tennessee. Yeah, people from all over the world. But of course, most of our members are here in the United States. But you can trade anywhere that you have an internet connection. You don't have to be stuck in one spot. So, all right. There you go. So just Google Tiny. You'll have to Google what brokers to learn and see. You'll have to compare them, their fees. My guess is interactive brokers will probably be the one you end up going with, but I can't say that for sure. Just Google it. But as far as the membership, yeah, you can buy memberships. You can show up here live every day. We're live 3 times a day. Coach is live from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Or if you want to look at it, UTC -4 time for those who use that. -4 UTC. It's currently 15:48 here right now. So, anywho, that's how that works. So England's, I believe, is what, 6 hours ahead? Are you UTC 10? I don't know. I'm thinking you guys are 6 hours ahead, 5 hours anyway. Well, let me look on my little map here thingy. Denver, Bogota, Caracas, Santa, Buenos Aires, Amsterdam, Budapest, Johannesburg. Where's London at? London. It's London time. Where to join? You go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Scroll down about halfway down, grab our free Discord. That should be the first thing you do. And if you would like our 2-day free pass, that would be our premium membership. That'll give you 2 days of live. You can come in and join our live Zoom calls from 8:45 Eastern Time till 4 p.m. Eastern Time for up to 2 days. So it's just where you live at and the time. How far ahead is London? London's 6 hours, right?
5.
Was it 5? 5 hours, yeah. 5 hours, okay. Why does that show up on this list here? +5. Karachi, Kabul, Afghanistan, yeah. My son's been to Kabul, I don't know how many times, stationed there. And the half hours increments. All right, so yes, Tiny, go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. We can't put a clickable link inside of TikTok. We do have them over on our YouTube feed, though. Right now, it's discounted. The diamond's discounted for $5,000. That gets you everything forever and ever pay again. It's basically equivalent of 2 annual membership payments, if you want to look at it that way. Except you get all the memberships, all the a la carte. So like a $50,000 value for $5,000 right now. One time, never pay again. So, and you can come go as you please. Things are recorded. You can watch the recordings. I have to watch recordings because as a moderator, I don't get to be in some of these classes, so I have to watch the replays because I have my own responsibilities with the futures program. And we do have at any given time up to what, four to five moderators in here. We have the basic 3 to 4 that's always in here every single day, and others pop in too once in a while. And we also have experienced members that are quite capable of answering your questions also. Doesn't have to be from a moderator, right? So what's the indices doing now? Are they going nuts or did they stop? They stopped. All right. So anywho, there you go. All right. So AmericanDreamTrading.com. You'll scroll down about halfway down and you'll see all our different memberships. That $50,000 value membership, the Diamond, which includes everything that we already have and anything that we will do in the future, there's no additional cost to you. $5,000 one-time payment, never ever pay again. The mentorship class with Coach, which is once a week, that's $6,000 a year alone, just for that one thing. The gold membership that has the gold breakout rooms and recordings and Saturday trainings and all that and much more, that's $8,000 for a lifetime on that one. So obviously the Diamond is the best value at $5,000. So just those two right there alone would cost you a lot more than that, right? So when you go over there and join, let us know.
Absolute freaking value.
What's that?
Absolute freaking value on that Diamond,
Oh,
man. You just
absolutely.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah, it really is. I think you'd be foolish to buy anything else, right?
I'm a Diamond member also, speaking to you.
Yes, you are.
You bet them cheeks.
Yes, you are. And that gets you access if you want to go do crypto, right? You can go do crypto for the day if you want to do that. Get you in all the crypto rooms, stock options, Apple Chat live with David training. You get our futures, you get the crypto, all of that. The newsletters.
The mentorship is what the Diamond's worth.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just hanging out with Coach for an hour a day, right? In a small group setting. That's six. Well, you can buy it separately, a la carte, right? It's $500 a month, $6,000 a year, right? So why wouldn't you buy the Diamond? Get that and everything else, right? For that price. And I realize everybody doesn't have that money laying around. We do have a premium free 2-day pass going on right now. That's $125 a month, or you can buy a lifetime to that for $750 one-time payment. But we do have a 2-day pass for our premium membership. Now, it does not include the indicators, right, at the premium level. So head on over there. Tiny, were you able to find the website okay? AmericanDreamTrading.com. Tiny over there on TikTok. Yes, and we are pretty much live all the time, right? There's always somebody roaming the halls, even in the middle of the night in our Discords. And we're live with our live Zoom calls, especially if you have that Diamond membership, starting at 4 a.m. Eastern time through 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So yes, you could be on a live Zoom call for 12 hours per day, asking questions, right? So, all right, D Posey, you come in here, you got a question, or did you come in here to spam the channel? Make the right choice. Make the smart choice. All right? And we'll let that slide right now. All right? All right? So you can remove your comments if you like. If you would, thank you. Nope. Okay. Doug ain't playing today. Bye, Felicia. I was trying to be nice. Doug comes in with a hammer.
And now for something completely different.
And there goes Felicia. Oh, Lord. I was communicating all of a sudden. Bam! He's gone.
I couldn't help it.
Oh, that was funny. I seen it disappear. I'm like, oop, there it goes. Anyway.
Oh, no, thank you.
If you want to spam a channel, go find your own channel. We're not going to let you do that here. We're here to be serious. Respect the moderators and respect the other members of the room. We don't care about your little meme things, this or that, right? So if you think you're going to come here and spam somebody to get them to go look at something that's probably trash anyway, nah, this is the wrong channel for that. We don't really care about your business if that's what you're here for.
We've got a crypto group that will eat your lunch when it comes to stuff like that. So no, thank you.
Yes, we have our own crypto training program here. We don't need you. Matter of fact, one of our top-notch trainers is in right there. Bucko 504 is one of our moderators, training moderators over at AmericanDreamTrading.com's crypto membership. So everybody say hi to Bucko.
Bucko?
Bucko. Hello, Bucko.
We just
Hey, Bucko.
We just had a live Zoom last night, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I was tired. I wanted to go. That's like, I want to go to them. I know he records them. I'll have to go back and look at them later. I'll tell you what, I was in bed at 9 o'clock, right before 9 o'clock. I'm about ready to go to bed now, but I got to go outside and do some work. But
yeah, I had to sign off and go to bed. Pre-market's really kicking my you-know-what.
Yeah.
Getting up that early.
Yeah, it takes a while to adjust for that. Eventually, you won't even use an alarm. I never did after that to get used to it.
Yeah.
Sweet Lou said, hit
Sweet
my
Lou.
goal with 1 MES. Holy moly, look at that in the Zoom chat. Can I say that amount, Sweet Lou, out loud?
That is a huge trade on one contract.
Sure, go ahead.
$101.01 on one S contract. You know what a big trade is on MES? $20. He let that sucker go to $101.20. That is sweet. Mike, he says you bought the original Lifetime. You still have it. It was a one-time payment of $500. We're still here. Come over to our Discord if you're not in there. You can access the same things you could before. Mike Phoenix Maker. It's still in effect. It's still there. Now, if you haven't been there for a while, we moved our stuff off the old site and had to move it to the other. But so if you can't get into the Discord or access your things, let us know. We can get somebody to work with you because you have to transfer over. Now, you should be able to get into there for free if you can't see your membership benefits from being the original Lifetime, which is what I had also. It's how I started. Let us know or make out a help desk ticket in there because Bruno's going to have to transfer your... We changed payment portals to WAP, so they're a back-end processor. We need to change it over there from the other one, which was called... I forget now. I went brain dead. So
yeah,
let us know, Mike.
If he's got that original key code, then he's going to have to get transitioned to the new Lifetime, which Bruno, Miranda, or Arlo will definitely help you with.
Yeah, it's just a couple clicky things, but get in there and see if you can access our Discord. And if not, if you have issues, you can come back in here tomorrow and let us know, and we'll get a moderator in here that has the credentials to do that. I don't have to do that. Yes, James L. over there on YouTube Live. Why are you even over there into YouTube, James, when you could be in here with us live in the future Zoom call? Because you are now a Diamond member.
Mark, I was doing some backwards math on Sweet Lou's trade there.
Give James the whole damn thing there. What's that, Doug?
I was doing some backwards math on Sweet Lou's trade there, and that was an 86 tick trade on one contract.
Wow. That takes some cojones to hold it that long.
You know it.
on MES. That was a great trade.
What an awesome display of discipline.
Yeah, I mean, look how far you've come now, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you would just stop and think, if you had your count, and you will eventually, if you multiplied that by 10 with one mini, you would have had $1,001, right? $1,012 actually, right? So that's how you build your count, starting that $20 here, $5 there, $10 there. In your case, I've never had $100 micro. I never held one that long, personally. I don't think I had much. I think I had maybe a couple 40s or 50s, but I'd never had 100. I can guarantee that. I don't think I had anything over 50. I don't think on any one trade on. Well, I was doing oil, right? MCL, same difference, right?
That one moves slow too.
Yeah, yeah, and that's huge. That $100, $20 would be a good return on one contract. So you did a great job there, Sweet Lou, for the cash. All right, thank you everybody for being here today. It's time to go. Pack it in for another day. Thank you all for being here. For further information, head on to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Grab them memberships. Time's tiny. Hopefully you found the information you were looking for. Say hi if you get in there. Let us know that you're there, because everybody usually has a different name. And James, yes, you have, it's the same thing, Zoom call. All you have to do is go into the futures section, and you can join the futures classes starting at 8:30 a.m. Of course, I realize you're in where you're at now, but we do live training starting at 8:30 a.m. through 4 p.m. Eastern time. Just another tool in your tool belt. It's the same thing with the crypto Zooms, et cetera, et cetera. They all have their own schedules. Thank you for being here today. Hopefully you learned a little thing. Head on over to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Grab that free Discord. Grab that 2-day free pass to our premium membership. Don't forget the $5,000 lifetime diamond membership. James is one of our newest member. Now is still there. It's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be back to 20,000, but we haven't fixed the glitch yet in our website. So it's still there. Well, you have to still honor that as long as it shows up. So can't tell you when that could disappear at any time. It was supposed to disappear last Sunday and it didn't. So our issues are your benefits. Grab it while it's there, because it will be 20,000 once they get that glitch fixed. Thank you for being here. Make sure you leave lasting positive memories for everybody you come in contact with, because you don't know that person that you're talking to, what they're actually feeling behind that smile that they're showing you. So we will see you same time, same bat channel tomorrow. See ya.